Everybody, welcome back to Cid's Modern Life, episode 139 of Season 2 with me, Cid, and I have just filled a shulker box with iron. That's how exciting it is around here. But we are going to go and play silly buggers with some of this kit we did last time to try and make more steel. It's not necessarily going to be the fastest thing in the world, because we are very heavily dependent on this. However, that's going to be pink, which is going to have coke dust go into it. We're also going to head back and grab the coke dust that has already gone into the system. Oh, I just wanted to check one thing as well. I think it was an iron shulker. Okay, that's going to be more than a shulker of iron. An iron shulker more than a shulker of iron. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say here. So that coal is going to go through the system, and then it's going to get ground up, and we are going to get this coke coal, which again, it's a steady thing. If you take the steel we've already got, which is coming out block by the block, and then you take this as well, it should kind of just steadily increase the speed of steel we get. Maybe not a vast amount. I don't think there is going to be an easy, well, there's certainly not going to be an easy way to speed this up by a vast amount. But we built this last episode. We built the arc furnace. I've hooked it into the power. I did mean to bring things. So this one is going to go here, like that, and that will start pumping into the system. And that's fine, it will do its thing. And we've got the graphite electrodes now, and I've run one. So if I now take that, which has got nothing in it, and make it pink, then it should start pumping coke dust in there. And if I were to pop the rest of that in, then it should start processing up steel pretty rapidly. To the tune of a full chest of iron, which probably, I mean, the iron shulker I think is equivalent to a double. So, you know, there will definitely be more coke dust coming out of this than there is iron and steel. However, we've also got quite a bit queued up in here, and so between them, I think we should start getting a reasonable amount of steel. I also just need to go and get a couple of... I'll just go with chests, I think, for this. Or should I go with shulkers? Yeah, we can go with shulkers. There you go. Blue and there. Lovely. Well, we'll go and pop those in the back, and they should start taking all of the contents out. Now, we could pump them straight back into the system, you know, using more ender chests, but I think it's enough just to have this lot coming here. And we'll have the slag coming out the back, which would have been better. Hello, hang on. Would have been better if I could get it. How do I do this? Pull the building supplies chest down, pop that there. That will open up, and that will do its thing. And that should be happily running away there, making me steel. We can more or less leave that to it, can't we? We'll take that bit we've got with it, and we'll go and grab a little bit more steel out of the system. So today I want to start making some of the rails to get us out from the construction yard to one of the to an adjacent area, for want of a better word. Let me grab a little bit of steel from here. I think 32 blocks will be more than adequate for now. We'll pop you back, but I do need to make a golden spike. That is something we require, so let me get one of those. This is another immersive railroading tool, and I'm going to need some gravel, I think. Probably quite a bit of it, in fact, so we'll take a few stacks of that too. That should be enough for now, and then we'll have a quick snooze. So the plan is to take the railroad out through the valley and out to this side where there's a lot more flat terrain, or at least flatter terrain that we can flatten. And I'd started briefly, I've just kind of come out this way and given that a little bit of a sculpting, if you like, but what we're going to do is we are going to just come through here like a dose of salts. I may replace some of this with stone as well, just for effect. Right now, straight through this lot. Till we come out of this side here. And similarly on this side we need to do as well. And that will give us a reasonable starting point for this. So let me finish that off and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we are going to use the golden spike. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can go from, so we line it up here and then, no, maybe not that one. I'm trying to remember how we do this. As I think has been pointed out on a few occasions, this is not always the most intuitive of add-ons, so we do need to work this one out a little bit. And so I would like to do a custom curve, and I'd like it to be 20 long, and I'd like you to place a blueprint. So we're going to go from there and we're going to take our, and maybe bring ourselves, no, that is not working, is it? Intriguing. Let's just break that. So do we go from here? No. This is confusing. So I want this to come over to here, don't I? Alright, let me double check how to use this thing, because I have clearly forgotten in the week that's elapsed since I last worked out how to do it. I'll be back in a second. Alright, that is the technique. So basically you place down your track, you right click with that, and then you come over to where you want the track to approach from, and it will basically curve that in. Now this clearly has an issue with that, and well, we knew we needed to widen it by at least one anyway, so we'll do that, and then we should be able to oh no, you just, have I not got enough? It's possible that I'm not. Let's try that again, shall we? And then no, This is weird. Alright, I need to check it out. I'm still learning. Back in a mo. And if I'm right, which is possibly not. Possibly not. Oh man. Hang on. Let's try that again. You shift right click with the blueprint block. So come to there. We should actually have rail bed, should be gravel. So maybe we should actually redo that. Right, try this again. There. I need to do that. Oh, damn it. Hang on. Let's try that one more time with feeling. And yeah. It's not always the most intuitive, but there you go. And then shift right click. Shift left click, sorry. With that. And that's used up most of our materials there, but you can see there is a definite rail bed there. If we can get that out of the way. There's also a gap there. I wonder whether what I think we should do. Let me just oops. Let's pop a little bit of gravel down. And then what we'll do is we shall take you. We'll leave you with a rail bed, but you're going to be straight for 10. Let's go for 12 actually. Does that work? That takes you all the way to the exit there. And then we go in here and we go custom curve. We're going to grab our bits. And we overlap, or is it better to start? I think it's better to start there, isn't it? Like that. Then right click. Then bring you right over to here. And then shift left click. And that is that. And then we can carry on making more track and things as we come out. Now, what I think we probably should do is also chisel. We can kind of smooth all of this off, because this looks quite ugly with the blocks, especially against the track as is here. So yeah, I think that is probably the next thing I'm going to work on. So I'll get on with that and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so I've got the steel in. I'm doing rail casts at the moment, and we'll just do a repeat casting for the time being. It takes 20 per, which is not cheap. But they make, it takes 20 iron steel per, and each steel makes 10 rail. So kind of not cheap, but is cheap. We'll do it to single casting on this one, just so. I'm not sure whether to try and make a diesel locomotive or something like that and see how they work, because I've not played with those at all. However, we're oh dear, sorry, that's funny. And then it needs to be on. We probably turn that one off. You really can't complain at this though, can you? I mean, it's pretty cool. Just those that mechanical alone is quite good. I need some treated wood. That's the next thing I'm going to need. I'll probably go and get a stack or two of that. And that should put us in a position to be able to get a rail through, at least maybe into the main valley area, and then we can start thinking about things. But we need treated wood, and I'd like you to make me a couple of stacks of that, if you don't mean. Buckets of edge. I know it's not, because you got 2 point. Why can you not use creosote, huh? See that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's bizarre. Because we've definitely got creosote oil there. I mean, I can do that easily enough, I suppose. And then we can just go and get that. Why won't that work with the fluid crafting? Interesting. Well, actually, there is something. Have we got? I'm not sure whether we got them in this one, in this pack or not. No, we don't have those. But can you use? Can you use a black hole tank, for example? Let's have a look. That's fuel. That's got 64 buckets of any liquid. But again, not playing. What about a we've got an exporter. Oh, we haven't got. Oh, you can. Yeah, sorry, I'm forgetting that I'm doing refined storage and not applied energistics here. So we can definitely. No. We can put a tank down there. No, we can't, because there's a thing there, isn't there? We can put a tank there then. And we can put that there, and we can make you a fluid, and he'll export a lot of that. Let's see whether we can use that for crafting. Worst case scenario is I just have to bucket it, but it's a bit of a pain that you can't actually fluid craft with that. Or if you can, I'm not entirely sure how. Doesn't matter though. This will do the trick nicely if it will actually craft using that fluid storage tank. That's got 64 buckets of creosote in it. Well, that makes life easier, doesn't it? Let me just make another batch of that. And we'll do that. There you go. Perfect. That'll keep us going. Let me carry on with the railroad, and I shall be back in a mo. Alright, I've got some problems here. I've been trying. Alright, let's get this lot up for starters. So my first thoughts were I didn't like the shape of the shape of the gravel bedding. However, I tried the obvious fix, which was to try building up the sides with chisels and bits, and they are not quite compatible. So we're back to here, where we are going to have to use the rail bed, which is a bit of a pain. Not a massive one, but it means I can't really easily get rid of that. Sorry, those ambience sometimes is a pain, you know. I can't easily get rid of the thing, the hoofer. Let me get rid of that as well. So yeah, chisels and bits is unfortunately not going to be our saviour here. I mean, we can't complain. It has dug me out of more holes than I care to think about when you actually get down to it. You know, just the sheer number of things that chisels and bits actually achieves is quite scary, really. So the fact that it didn't actually help us here, well, you know, such is life. But we could have gone with coarse dirt. Is coarse dirt even an option? No, just to see, you haven't got a huge amount, so I'm going to go with gravel. And we shall go here, and then we shall grab you, and we shall go there. The other thing I found with this is it's better to do it one step at a time. So, for example, do this, then come take this one out, get that one down to there. Then you can connect it up nicely to the next one in line, and so on and so forth. And it just means that you end up with, hang on, if you get this right, it all connects back up to where it should be. So that's a thing to bear in mind if you're playing with this mod. And then we need to get out, and all I've really got so far is 3 sections of track. You know, I've got nothing really much going on. That goes to the middle there. So we'll pop you, and we'll get this one down, and life will be good. Well, once I've got the straight off, anyway. Not like that. And then we can just pop you down, and the last bit we need is the straight, which will go here. So that's our track meandering through the hills, and then we get out to here. Now we're going to need more. We're going to need to take out a lot of this terrain, flatten a lot of it. Well, I say flatten a lot of it. Might get away with not flattening, or maybe just coming down to this level. In fact, if I were to maybe do something like that, come a little bit further out, and then yeah, let me just have a little bash around, and I'll be back in a mo. All right, I need a bit of assistance here. This is not playing as nicely as I might like, so we are going to go and visit Olympus for a while. I haven't been here for a while. I'm still working on getting a screenshot for this, but getting the shaders working, I'm having a hell of a job, even with my machine, getting them to cope with the loading up. So at some point we will have that screenshot and matte available, but not for a while. I'll get there eventually, it's just a matter of time. But what I would like is a horn. I'd like a horn. And it is not, it is the horn of, is it the horn of the wild, I think? Pasture seeds and living wood, if I remember rightly. And then the horn of the canopy just is for leaves. So, have we got a pasture seed anywhere? No. Refresh my memory. Pasture seed is grass into there. We also need some living wood, but that shouldn't be a problem. What is more of an issue is I don't actually have any grass to hand, but we'll soon solve that problem very quickly with the careful application of a pair of shears, because you can't beat a pair of shears when you need a piece of grass. Just the one will do me. Thank you. And we'll pop that down. Okay, you leave that out for now. And you can just go in one of those. Thank you very much. And then we just need a bit of living wood, which hopefully... No? I don't believe I haven't got any living wood. That would seem unlikely. But on the flip side of that, it would look possible. Amazing. Where's all my living wood gone? And living stone and living things. Right, let me go. That should do it. We'll have this. This tree here will do the tree nicely. And we will actually turn on my magnet for this as well. Yeah, I'll grab this tree, be back in a sec. I seem to have found an unforeseen side effect to turning that on. I just noticed it when I was flying up. We appear to have turned a reasonable chunk of the stone into the area into other stuff. We also need to turn this back off. How's that doing? That's halfway there, but that's done pretty good for a freebie. Well, you know, relatively freebie anyway, if nothing else. Let me just get rid of you and you and you and oh wow, we're at it, you. And then we need, oh, it's all the idiot. I bet that won't take that kind of wood either. So, double idiot. There we go. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Wood is wood. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Which means that we should be good. What was the horn? Yeah, that. Oh, damn it. Crafting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with one of them. And that should give me the horn. Let's not blow that here because I don't want to wreck everything. Right, so let me go back, and this should just allow us to clear things a little bit quicker. And I should sleep first, I suppose. And yeah, and then we can get on with getting this yard done, or at least moving forward with it. Somewhere over there, there's my witch hut. Whee! Boing. That will take us to home. Boing. I don't know why that I can't link that back, but oh well, no point grumbling about it, is there? Whee! Hello. How did that work out for you? Who's over there? Thinks there's somebody over here. Appears to be nobody over here. Oh, there's somebody there though. Hi sir, how are you doing? Right. I suppose we better turn this back on as well. And we'll probably want that there. Intriguing. Anyway, this is going to make clearing all of this lot considerably easier. And yeah, I will be back with you once I've got some more of it done. Alright, I've done a whole load of clearing of the terrain. I need more rails, more of those, and more gravel. So what I want to do, and I'm not sure how far I'm going to get this episode with any of this, but the idea is that down here we're going to have an engine shed, probably over that side over there. So this is curving down and coming on this slope here, I think we need to remove those, and then we should be good. And this is where I think this gravelly thing comes in, because obviously it's now run down and just, you know, done it good. Right, now we need to say we need a turntable, and that's the diameter is. So if I were to look, that for example, that is not quite lined up on there, but that's not far off. Let me just try you. Again, how do you... I mean, there's nothing, we haven't got anywhere near enough of what we need to make this, so yeah, it's not going to play right away. But I think if I were to place this here, for example, oh, just bear with me, somebody at the door. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to need a lot more track. So there's only one way to handle that, and that is to make a lot more track. I'm going to make maybe 3 lots, and maybe 4, and we'll see how we go. But get that done, I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I have got 44 rail segments, a whole load of gravel, some rail and stuff. Let's see if that is enough. Is that not enough? Wish it told you how much you actually needed. Does this need to be completely emptied? I mean, I can do it, it's not a problem. Maybe this is what we needed. Maybe we need just to take everything out of the middle. However, this is going to be the difference between being able to house engines. This is going to be our, I don't know, the centerpiece, if you like, of the network. This is where we're going to have the storage. We're going to have wagon yards and all sorts of good things. We're also going to have a quick sleep. If I can find me a thing, we will anyway. There we go. Sleep. And then we'll get this cleared out and see whether that is what was necessary. I don't know whether, I've said before, I think, you know, this is as much a very new add-on for me. I've never used it, never seen it in a pack before. So yeah, that's I would have expected that to have been giving me grief really over the blocks that it couldn't use if it was going to be like that. Now the other alternative is, of course, I just don't have enough rail or gravel, you know, any of the above really. If that's the case, then I suppose we shall have to go and make some more, which is a pain because we've already gone through nearly most of those, that half a stack of steel blocks. So this, I think, is definitely going to be a project for periodically coming back to eventually, because we're going to have to, just on the basis that, there we go. Haha. Oh, we didn't actually use that much at all. Excellent. So, armed with that, we can then come over to you and get you set to a straight. I think we can probably just do it like this then, can't we? Like that. Like that. Oh, come on. I think we may also have some visitors or guests underneath as well. Let's make you 13 long. And that brings us over to there. Now, to use the turntable is a little bit weird. Or at least I think it's an odd one, because you use the wrench, you use the engineer's wrench, the railway engineer's wrench, I should say. I'm going to pop that away for the time being. I'm going to take our train, and I'm going to pop you, and I'm going to take you, and I'm going to get rid of all of that lot for now. But that's our track. We actually have a track on here now, which is good. We can place our train on the turntable. Probably want to place our train a little bit more onto the turntable than that. Let me... Oh, come on. Alright, if I stand here and do that, there we go. There's our train on the turntable, and basically you do that to turn it, and this to turn it around the other way. It's shift click and click accordingly, and eventually it lines up. Hop in your train and off you go. That took altogether far too much material and far too much time. However, let's not be negative about this, and let's go for an early door screenshot. There we go. And yeah, until next time. And I really do need to get down into this somewhere just down here. There is a there's a impromptu mob spawner. Which needs dealing with. You know those. You know the ones where you make the inadvertently end up making a mob trap. Yeah, that's what we got here. Because I had to fill it in, and clearly we got quite a few fellas down here. Now, obviously, if I hit that, we can get you, and we can get this lit up, so we don't have to worry about masses of mobs underground hiding and making, you know, just horrible mob noises to distract us from where we're at. And it won't take us long to do that. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to call this one an episode. I may play with something different next episode, just to get oh man, get out of here. Just for a bit of variety, really. Not entirely sure yet. But do let me know if there's anything particularly you'd like me to play or fiddle around with. But Right now, until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you soon. And bye for now.